Today on the channel, we're looking at the Target exclusive Studio Series 86, I guess we'll call it. More Than Meets the Eye collection. Transformers the movie. Perceptor. On the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? The way I got it figured, back with another Transformers Studio Series 86 review. This time we're looking at Perceptor, who is now a Voyager class figure, whereas before he was a deluxe class figure because he comes with basically $10 extra in accessories. I mean, really, they would actually charge 10 each for these, so you're actually kind of getting a little bit of a deal. But this Perceptor is a new version. It's basically the same version as what came out in 2023 or early part of 2022. But it has been retooled, and we'll go over those differences. But it's a Target exclusive. It just came out. The street date for it was 7/20, the same day this video is going to go up. And I got one. I actually got it early. So I'm going to give the story for that because I did the video on the Mass Breaker, also Target exclusive, and I didn't really tell the story in that video, so I'll probably do it in this video. But Perceptor, Transformers the movie, new version. Is it worth buying? You know, is the one you have already good enough? Very well might turn out to be so. But I like to get the newest and best version of a character. So, you know, worst case scenario, I'll take the other one and make it a permanent microscope or something. Just to make it worth my while. But either way, we're going to get this one out. We're going to transform it, do some comparisons, get you out of here with some final thoughts. So this is the new, what looks like Target packaging, because the Constructicons are not using this particular style of packaging with the stylized drawing on the side. They're using, it's almost like it's a standard Studio Series 86 box, but with you know, without numbering. I think this is the Target version of it. I think whatever's going to be Target exclusive is going to be in this box. So as I said, you got some artwork here. You got Ratbat, Ramhorn, and Perceptor smiling. I don't know why. Not like Ratbat's his buddy or anything. Converts in 17 steps. Larger picture of Perceptor on the side. Sort of goes around on the front. And then you've got the typical Studio Series cross kind of, you know, renders on the back with Ramhorn and Ratbat. Perceptor tells Blaster to radio reinforcements during the Battle of Autobot City. So in that scene, Perceptor was relaying the orders of Ultra Magnus. As we know, we're going to get these guys out of the package and check them out. All right, so we've got Perceptor and the cassettes out of the package, all the accessories with them. Perceptor comes with his blaster, which he came with on the other version, the previous version. So, you know, same. He basically comes with the same stuff he came with before, with the added mini cassettes. Ratbat is a straight redeco of the Siege Ratbat in movie accurate colors. And Ramhorn is basically the first release of Ramhorn, who disappointingly did not come with the other speaker to that Steel Jaw came with. The initial idea was that you would get, Steel Jaw came with the speaker, and you would end up getting a second speaker for Blaster whenever Ramhorn came out, but plans changed or whatever. They released it like this, which precipitated me to have to buy 2 Steel Jaws. So I wasn't 100% happy with the idea of that, but I did. Once I realized I wasn't going to get the second speaker. So there's that. We'll look at the tapes first. We'll start with Rat Bat. The Rat Bat, of course, is in cassette mode, and he's really just different colors than the other Rat Bat, who we'll get out during the comparison section. But he does have the additional plug-in piece to have his fuel detectors on his back. So that's cool. I actually like that. So here is Rat Bat with transformed into Bat mode with the fuel sensors and jet boosters on his back. Pretty cool. Just this accessory alone sort of makes him kind of make all the other Rat Bats obsolete. Next up, of course, we've got Ramhorn. And he's just a sort of brown generic tape. And we've got his weapons that converts into a little weapon itself. 5mm pig. Here is Ramhorn. Transformed. Very easy transformation. I wonder if they're saying the steps that it takes to transform like counts for everybody, because I don't think, yeah, I don't know. 17 seems a little bit low. But very easy. In fact, it says Ramhorn has 7 steps and Rat Bat has 4. So there you go. We're taking a look at Perceptor himself. He is very much the same figure as the original, with a modification to his chest and back. And you can't even really just look at it and tell, but you can tell immediately from the back that it's different, because there was a big gap here on the original figure. But he looks good. He did not get a review on the channel in 2022 because he came out before I started the channel. I think like I got him, opened them, and then the first 2 videos I did were Studio Series 86 Cup and Cliff Jumper, the Bumblebee, Buzzworthy Bumblebee versions. Those were the first 2 videos I ever shot. But I got him like around around the same time I got him, like literally around the same time. But he looks good, poses well, and he's a pretty cool figure altogether. I definitely didn't mind necessarily rebuying him. In fact, this will be the 3rd one that I bought, because I got my son one as well. So he has a Perceptor. This one, when they said they were going to do another Studio Series 86 Target exclusive, they decided they wanted to retool and make them look a little bit better. And I do think they succeeded, even if this isn't any different. The back is different. And mine, I actually got a 3rd-party upgrade kit to cover the back. And I'll show that too. And here's his blaster. Same blaster as before. There you go. So next thing we'll do is get Perceptor changed into microscope mode and check that out. All right, so we've got Perceptor in microscope mode, and his transformation, pretty easy. You can probably just figure it out on your own without having to use the instructions like I did. I don't think I ever even transformed my old one. But pretty decent. I'm pretty sure you can probably do the microscope tank mode if you want to. I'm not gonna do that in this video. I didn't look at the instructions. Maybe it's on there. If you know that it's on there, shout it out in the comments. But microscope mode, he's got Autobot symbol painted on there, just on the lower place than the other one. Got these pegs here, and looks okay. About as about what you would expect. So yeah, doesn't roll. Has tank treads on the side, but they don't roll. That's one of the newer things they like to do, is make things with tank treads but don't actually roll. But it works. So there you go. So we'll get them transformed back and get some comparisons done. All right, so for comparisons, we're going to start off with Studio Series 86 OG Perceptor. And yeah, there's a couple of differences, and some of the differences on the old one I actually might still like better than the new one, but it's almost the same as what they did with the Legends Perceptor as opposed to the Titans Return Perceptor. It's almost like the exact same kind of setup. So the colors are, of course, different, as you can see. And maybe we didn't know for sure, but this one definitely has colors more accurate to the movie. A little bit lighter, a little bit redder, a little bit bluer. Not that anything's necessarily really wrong with this one, but this one definitely looks a little bit more color accurate. Then you have the chest piece is see-through, and the Autobot symbol is on the inside, whereas it's on the outside here. Then turning them around. Well, first let's see. So the chest, so his midsection is actually wider. This one has a skinnier midsection. I'm not even sure which one I like better, but it is wider for sure. They even changed the arms. So the arms below the shoulder are different. You can see that right there. And then on the back, you can see the big difference. The back is completely retooled. They're wider. It's a wider back with two more screw holes there with the covering on the back. And then, of course, the original version has the completely hollow back. But I do have a 3D printed back cover for that Perceptor. So while they did do some upgrades to this one, I don't know. Like, for example, now the telescope is covered up on either side, like one solid piece. Whereas on the old one, the telescope, you could actually kind of look through it, even if it's not really like a telescope, but you can look through it. So that's the big difference there between those guys. And next up, we'll bring in Legends, the car Legends Perceptor. And I use this Perceptor as my Cybertronian version Perceptor. He's sort of starring as Perceptor in my Siege production that I'm working on. But I'm bringing him in not just for that, but because of the fine tradition of Perceptors coming with ram horns. So we have the Takara Legends ram horn that came with that Perceptor. and you can compare him with the new ram horn that actually turns into a cassette. And while that's cool, this one turns into like a little cannon. This one turns into a cassette, and you can use his weapons as a cannon. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, I'm gonna probably use the new ram horn rather than the old one, but there he is. And then, of course, we should bring in Steel Jaw. And I have to say, Steel Jaw seems a little bit better once you get Ramhorn. I'm not saying he's a great figure, but they kind of go together. It works. It's not like you're gonna be doing a whole bunch with these guys. In all honesty. And then of course we've got OG Deco Ratbat from Siege. So what I would refer to this one as, if we're going to go by what I would refer to it as, this would be toy colors, whereas this one would be animation colors. What would a comparison video be without bringing in Earthrise Optimus Prime, who, in my opinion, the dimensions to Perceptor are a lot more accurate than the Series 86 Optimus Prime, where now Perceptor looks like a midget. But this is the scale that Hasbro wants to tell us is the right scale. So, what am I supposed to say? I know what looks right to my eye, but you can make your own judgment on that. So next up, we're going to do final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers Studio Series 86 Target exclusive Perceptor with Ram Horn and Ratbat. Obviously, I bought it, and I do like it. I also think that if you decided that you didn't want to get this, you wanted to keep the Perceptor that you have, and you think it's okay, it is okay. It's kind of a mixed bag. There are upgrades to this figure, but I don't know that um, you have to have it. Honestly, the main thing that you're really getting out of this set is the ram horn, because there's no other way currently to get them. So I like the upgrades that they did to them. I do like the original telescope shoulder cannon better. Everything else I think I like better on this one. But what are you gonna do? Uh, Probably if I were to rank the other one who never got a review, I probably would have given an 8. And so, due to Ramhorn and Ratbat being included for another $10, even though they were like definitely, well, they were $10 because you would get two in a pack. So yeah, basically for another $10, you're getting those guys that bumps it up to a Voyager. So they didn't really get you too bad on the price. I'm gonna give them a 9. I like Ramhorn. I'm not expecting supreme action playability out of them anyway. And but I do, it completes the blaster tapes. Now, if we can get a non-translucent rewind, we'll be all set. I did say that I would tell the story of how I got these. So I went into Target on my way to work on Thursday morning, and the following things were on the shelf: Perceptor, Mask Breaker, and the Marvel Legends 2-pack with Psylocke and Thanos. So I took them up to the register. I suspected that a street date might be involved, but they were out on the shelf, so they put them out there. What are you supposed to do? So I took them to the register, and I got the most helpful Target employee I've ever encountered in all of my years. The lady insisted on taking me over to customer service and making them override the street date because they were on the shelf. And that's sort of my philosophy too. I don't care about street dates. I will adhere to a street date. I'm not trying to break street dates. I understand why they have street dates. I get it. But Target employees, as we all know, frequently put things on the shelf that shouldn't be on the shelf. They just shouldn't do it. But they do anyway. So if a customer walks into Target and sees something on the shelf, it's got a street date, you don't know that. You just walked into Target. Now, granted, I did walk into Target hoping to see this Perceptor. That's what I wanted the most out of all three. But I didn't expect to see. I didn't really expect to see Perceptor, and I definitely didn't expect to see the other two figures. So we go over to customer service. They override the price on Perceptor, and they override the price on Breaker, which allowed me to get those up this weekend. But they could not override the price on Thanos and Psylocke. And they tried it like 3 different times on 2 different registers. I do have I'm in an action figure. I'm in a couple of action figure groups. And in my Transformers group, one of the people in there was like, well, that's a lie because he got one. Some kind of way, I guess they overrided it. He didn't tell how or what. Or did he go in and change, ring up something else and grab the Thanos and Psylocke? I don't know the answer to that question. But I do know that my family is upstairs from my video area, just going completely ballistic. I apologize. But they tried 3 times. They couldn't do it. So I just basically stashed it and went back and got it today. So I got my Thanos and Psylocke. So that will be coming up very shortly on the channel. So there's the story for that. That'll do it. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We have lots more Transformers coming. We'll always have Transformers coming, as well as the other aforementioned lines I just mentioned, plus others. And we're definitely trying to grow our presence in the action figure community. So please, despite my kids going completely ballistic, give me a like and a subscribe on the video. Join us on the journey. Till next time, everybody stay safe. See you on the next video. Happy collecting. Peace.
The way I got it figured.